Hello. Today I plan to talk about health issues, and ironically, I am in bed because I threw out my back, which has been an ongoing health issue for me my entire life. But you want to know the funny thing? How I threw it out? I sneezed. Really? At 35, sneezing. Ridiculous. The last time I threw my back out, I was axe throwing. So at least they're good stories, I guess. That's one lemonade out of the lemon I could make. But let me continue my story about the lemons that I've had in my life. So on Monday, I talked about a little girl who had her parents love her very much, but decide to go separate ways and not be married anymore. And so she had to go back and forth from the different houses and was lonely. Thankfully accepted Jesus and wasn't so lonely anymore. Then she met an older man who brainwashed her and was just really not a good thing that happened in her life overall. And as she moved through that confusion and trying to figure out life, she moved around a lot. She moved so often, maybe trying to find purpose, to find the next thing that would excite her, opportunities, places that God wanted her to go. The whole time she was feeling like God was with her, but she just wasn't always leaning into him or being obedient. So then she gets to this point where she realizes, man, I don't feel good a lot of the times in my mind, in my body. And that's at the point where she's like, am I worth actually trying to feel better? Am I worth the money that I need to invest into doctors, the money or the time that it takes to actually go and figure out what's going on? And for a long time, she did not think that she was worth it. She didn't think that it was worth the time. And I know a lot of women out there, and men too, you don't feel good. You don't know what's going on, but you don't take the time to go and figure out what's going on. Here's the problem, is when it starts to become normal, when not feeling good is just a normal day. The getting up and feeling older than you really are, that's not normal. And it's okay to acknowledge that and to want to do something about it. So here we are today, what I've learned from my health issues. And I'm not going to go into specific health issues because that's not the point. The point is how I've experienced them and what I've done with them. And I hope that when people think about their health issues, they don't get caught up on the specifics or comparing aches and pains like really old people do. But that they're like, you know what? It's okay that I have these aches and pains. I have value. And here's part of my story, was that when I wasn't able to do all of the things that I could, like pick up my kids, put them in the car, go and do fun things because I wasn't feeling well physically, I was like, what kind of mom am I? It really challenged who I was and the value. And I was constantly reminded that who I am is valuable. It's not just what I do. And when you have ongoing health problems or challenges, it's really easy to get caught up in this negative mindset of well, who am I if I can't go do X, Y, Z? Your relationship with food, with the things that you do, is so interesting. And so my health issues brought out my relationship with food because that was a lot of the triggers. And I had to give up things and I had to figure out how to celebrate again. Because in my mind, you celebrated by going out to eat, by drinking champagne or wine, and that's how you celebrated. So now in my story, I had to stop eating and I stopped drinking as well. So how do you celebrate, right? Thankfully, I'm learning to celebrate in my mind, which doesn't sound as exciting, or creating other ways. Dance parties with my kids. I don't know. I'm curious how other people celebrate. What do you do besides drinking and eating to celebrate something? because when I decided to give up alcohol back in April, yesterday was 7 months that I haven't drank. Like that was hard. I'm like, okay, so I launched my business. So I got a new client. This is exciting. So I'm going to what? Watch a movie with my husband or like create something of value that was exciting. Another like lemon to the health issues is that I realized that I have one body, right? Like we're all made up of our body and our mind and our soul. And I realized I really needed to like figure this out because I wanted to be able to live a long life. And if I wasn't feeling good, then it wasn't going to be very enjoyable. And so basically it got more uncomfortable like being where I was at versus like the discomfort of going and asking professionals and getting the help and going through the rigmarole of the different diagnoses and things like that. I know there's a lot of people out there that get really frustrated in the medical system and maybe just even give up. They're like, no one can figure out what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong. Keep trying. You're worth it. You don't want to get to the point where you're just used to not having energy, that you're just used to this mindset of like, this is just my life. There's a certain point of acceptance, but at least try. Go out there, fight for yourself. Your family wants you to feel better. You want to feel better. It's just really important. I hope this is helpful. This particular topic has just been really passionate. Like, I get really passionate about it because I really think that people ignore their bodies and what their bodies are telling them and how that plays like a huge part into their mindset as well and how they live out their life. Again, you get one body, so it's okay to take care of it. But sometimes you have to stop long enough to listen to it and to acknowledge what it needs. Does it need exercise? Does it need just to rest? Does it need not to go axe throwing and throw out your back? All these things. I will be doing a live eventually on the various reasons why I decided to give up drinking. But I want to say that that has definitely been really beneficial for my life, and giving up certain foods, which everyone is different in what they need to give up, what they need to add to their life. This is just my story and what I've found really helpful and hope to encourage others with it as well. I'd love if you guys had any lemons that you've had with your health issues that you were able to turn into lemonade. Please feel free to just put into the comments one of those lemonades because I would love to hear about it. I hope you have an amazing day.